and right about now.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Talanta MKU. I hope you're having an amazing time. And like I told you today, we have the founder and CEO Beyond Barriers Initiative in the building with us. So stay tuned so that you get to hear what BBI is about, what she does, and everything about her. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the beautiful Mary SIMPROSE. Hi, Mary.
Hi, AYIETA.
Welcome to Talanta MKU. I hope you're excited. How do you feel being here?
I'm really excited, and thank you for ordering me to be coming here. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So that's your camera. Just briefly introduce yourself, Tell us who Mary is.
Good evening, everyone. My names are Mary SIMPROSE, the CEO and founder Beyond Barriers Initiative. Yeah, thank you.
Amazing, amazing. So najua mnasikia to Beyond Barriers, Beyond Barriers. We will tell you what Beyond Barriers is about. Relax, guys. So Mary, a little background story. Where are you from? Home? Where you schooled? How did you find yourself in Mount Kenya University?
Okay, so a young girl. I did my primary schools at I was at really a lot of schools. I attended Spurgeon's Academy, I attended Discovery International Academy, and then, then my high school I attended Kaimosi Girls, Friends Schools Kaimosi Girls, the Western Alliance. Then here, campus in Mount Kenya, thank you.
Amazing, amazing. Guys, fun fact. I'm also an alumni of Kaimosi Girls. Like, you see what we're doing. If you're schooling at Kaimosi Girls currently or just anywhere, like, you see how Kaimosi Girls grooms girls, and we're making waves. We're doing the most out here. So yeah, I just had to put that out there. Now, we're at Mount Kenya University, where we unlock infinite possibilities. Ebu tell people how it feels to be in MKU. You know, they probably don't know. One of those universities out there. This is the best university in East and Central Africa, guys. How does it feel to be in Mount Kenya University? How's the journey been so far?
The journey in Mount Kenya University, so far so good. I really enjoy being here because this is the place where it has helped me unlock my inner dreams. This is the place where I was also groomed to found Beyond Barriers Initiative. This is also the space where I was supported to begin Beyond Barriers Initiative, because a dream on a paper can only work when you have a good team with you.
True.
And the place where I was able to get the good team and everyone who supported me, mentored me, and made me come out of my comfort zone, it was in this place. So being at Mount Kenya University, it's the best place you can ever be. Yeah.
Nice. Beyond Barriers Initiative, that is where we are at. What is Beyond Barriers Initiative?
Beyond Barriers Initiative was started by a young girl who had a dream of reducing the gap within the community. At first, a lot of people thought that Beyond Barriers Initiative was only meant for persons with disabilities, but this is an initiative that brings together persons with disabilities together with the regulars. The regulars are the people who do not have disability. Okay. This is whereby we bring different talents, different people to come together and work together through the use of different arts, exposing them through doing what people think we can't do. Okay. This is just where we groom leaders. This is whereby we show people that we can do this together. And also it's a platform that teaches people how to work together, because at first a lot of people think it's because of themselves that they're doing what they are doing at the moment, but the real funny fact is we do this together. And what I usually tell people about Beyond Barriers, it's not a me thing, it's a teamwork thing, because without the team behind me, I could not be where I am today. Yeah.
Amazing, amazing. So basically, Beyond Barriers is an initiative that aims to bridge the gap between the normal persons in the society and the persons with disability. What came to your mind? Why did you decide to, bridge that gap and, bring out inclusivity in our society?
First and foremost, I'm a sign language interpreter. I gained this skill immediately after I was done with high school. So what made me first want to learn sign language is after being the first runners-up in the Young Scientist Kenya in the whole country. I was sharing a room with one young lady. She was from a special needs school from Kapsabet. She was a deaf student. The funny fact that she could not communicate with anyone else when there's no one, when her teacher is not there. The teacher was the one who was signing for her throughout the event. This was a platform of innovation and tech, and just this was whereby we could create different projects. If you know that we were in Kaimosi, Young Scientist Kenya was well known. It is just a big platform where different scientists come together. We come together, we innovate things that are able to solve Kenya's problem and the world's problem at the moment. The fact that the girl could not interact with the rest of the students because at times she felt we could not feel her, or at times people could pity her. So whenever we had to communicate, we used to do some paper chats. Because at the moment we were not allowed to have our phones at the moment because you had to sleep early, wake up early. So she made me see that when this gap is breached and when we make them feel as if they can fit into this society, and I remember promising her that one day I'll be also learning sign language. I will know sign language. But the more I grow in this field when it comes to disability, I'm too curious in everything. I want to know more about dyslexia. I want to know more about the blind persons. I want to know about the HI, the hearing impaired. I just want to know everything about them, So coming together and showing people that I cannot do this on my own. If personally I can do it, But what if I share this idea with other people? It will create a better community.
Amazing. That's such an inspiring story. Funny enough, I get to meet persons with disabilities in different events, different occasions, but it has never crossed my mind to actually try to learn how to communicate with them. I see a sign language interpreter there, and I'm like, okay, good. Communication is being passed. So guys, this is a call for all of us to, try. It's not that hard to be human. You can try, learn a thing here and too. Inclusivity is very important in our society. Right. So you thought of Beyond Barriers, possibly wrote it down on paper. Who was the first person you shared this idea with?
The first people I shared the idea with were my friends. So I told them, by the way, guys, this, and this, and this, and this. Then they told me, okay, good. But the first people who helped me journey on in this field are two great men. There's John. If you know John, he's the brailler within the school, and also Mr. Waswa, who is the patron School of Social Sciences Clubs Consortium.
Sure.
Yeah.
So they heard it and they were like, you can do this.
At first, they believed in me. Something funny is they believed in what I had, the dream I had, but me, I still, damn girl, are you sure? So, yeah. But they believed in me. That's the really best part, and they helped me spearhead everything until where I am today.
Amazing, amazing. Because sometimes you might have a dream, something you'd like to achieve, but the support is not there, or there are a lot of voices trying to shun you and to, tell you can't do it. So shout out to Mr. Waswa and Mr. John. Thank you for holding this young lady's hand and, showing her that she can do it, because this is not something a lot of people can do. How has the journey been since that stage you shared it with Mr. Waswa? Just take us through the whole process, the stages to actually opening or beginning. It's a foundation, right? Yeah.
At first, this was an idea that was sketched on paper. And also at the same time, I had, you cannot do something unless you sit down and know what you want to do.
Yeah.
Like you have to put yourself, learn about it. So from time to time, I had to like research what am I doing, because even if you enter into this field, you have to know that you'll be asked a lot of questions. Why do you want to start this? There's someone doing something like this. What will make you stand out? What will make you different?
Yeah.
And the really someone that I also really appreciate in my life is my mother. Because whenever I could tell her, she could add more ideas on what I have. She called me, by the way, you can add this and this and this and this. And also being mentored by one of the greatest women in Kenya, Christine Savani. Christine Savani also made me like know like you can do this, because she's also running a whole full initiative called Anos Africa One Fine Day. And I saw her take more than 10 years to build what she has today. So she also taught me to be patient with myself. I should not punish myself that I should be at this point, at this moment. You're just beginning and walking. So after sketching everything and sharing my ideas with my mom, with my friends, and also with the people who mentor me, that's where everything began. That's where the whole story began. A lot of people don't know that doing all this, it also affects you emotionally. Because if you do something and then you see like, you reach a point where you say, no, I can't do this, girl, stop dreaming, just go back and sit down. I felt like giving up not once, not twice, not thrice, a lot of times. But I really thank God for the mentors I have. They told me like, wait, acha ujinga, kuja, let's work again. So like moving forward, then doing my launch. Before my launch, it was a really huge struggle, whereby I remember we had a lot of struggles before the event, before we launched everything. It was super, super crazy because, you need funds, you need to do a constitution, you need to do this and this. It was really demanding. And I'm a student, I'm a daughter to someone, I'm a friend to some people. So I found myself like losing, my social battery was almost dying, because I have something I'm raising. I see Beyond Barriers as my child. If you give birth to a child, you always have to be there.
True.
Whenever it calls, you're there. So after the launch, before the launch, we had different events and activities, even though we were not yet officially launched. That's also what encouraged me, because if we did not yet launch it, but we have done some 1, 2, 3 things that was a success. It was really amazing. Then after the launch, here we are.
Here we are, founder, CEO, Beyond. How does it feel to be called a CEO, founder of something? Like, this is your thing, you started it. How does it feel?
At times it feels amazing. At times it feels crazy. At times it feels like, your girl, be your age, So yeah, because a lot of people ask me, by the way, you're so young, at the age of 19, doing all these things. But I really feel so much great, because this is what, at least, it's a skill that I'm growing. Innovation has always been in me since high school, doing innovation, but in the scientific field. Then here, I'm doing something that I'm gonna raise it till, I don't know where, here.
Places, we're going places. In the past, the persons with disability have been enclosed and they're just in this wall and they don't want to let people in because they feel like us normal people do not understand them and we are sympathizing with them instead of empathizing with them. How was it navigating this space and, penetrating to a point where they allowed you into their world and into their circle to just do what you do best?
At first, I told you I began as a sign language interpreter. This is just a skill I gained because not everyone accepts you in their house at the first day. Even if you meet a friend at first, you'll have coffee at a cafe outside before they bring you inside. So at first it was just a hi thing, but they thought, This chick will just get tired and leave. But I was always there. Like anytime we could just talk and communicate just like normal people, then that's how I was in. I was ever persistent. I was ever there. Whenever they needed me, I was one call away.
Amazing, amazing. Challenges have to be there. You have mentioned a few during the planning of the launch. But what are some of the challenges that you faced from the moment you just decided to start this initiative up until date? What are some of the challenges that you've been facing?
When it comes to challenges, one thing we know is finances.
True.
Because you cannot run anything without finance. Because having finance that run your everyday activities. And as an initiative, we do a lot. And at times it's super, super demanding. At times you need funds and you don't know where you'll get the funds from. So I guess the greatest challenge we have is based on funds. And then most of the time you see like people need you and you cannot be there, not because you don't want to, but because you don't have the capability to be there, you see. So I guess the greatest challenge I've seen when it comes to this, it has been when it comes in terms of funds and like, that has been what has been the greatest challenge we have had as an initiative.
Do you accept sponsorships, donations, anything? How can someone reach you in case they want to donate something or sponsor something that you do, perhaps?
Oh yeah, we accept donations and we look for sponsors for our events, because from time to time the events we have had, you have seen like we have had some sponsors around, we have people partnering with us, we have got friends who come through, we have got family who come through. So in case you want to reach out, you can just reach out through my number. We have got our email address outside, you can check out on our website. We also have a support plug there, then you can channel your support.
Amazing, amazing. So challenges are there, but achievements are also there. What can you say is the greatest achievement so far, ever since you began this initiative?
The greatest achievement, I guess, that I have seen for me is being accepted in this community. This community allowing me to come and work with them. And one challenge I saw, not a challenge per se, but what I saw, it's when we went to the Longonot hike. I saw also the blind like doing the whole mountain until to the peak and stuff. It is really amazing. The greatest joy I have in my heart is working with this community. That is the best thing I have had. Because a lot of people can say that, I don't know, we have different things that make us feel super proud. But I feel super proud of myself each and every time seeing I'm making an impact in this community here.
Do you feel like convincing the normal people to embrace inclusivity and, you know, just bridging the gap, like you said, has it been easy?
From time to time, some people will accept and others won't, you know, because we have got different people in this world, different mentality. We're just different here. But I really appreciate God because whenever people see me, like they want to know what I do. Because there was a time we had like we were going somewhere with my friends, then they were like, yo girl, we love what you're doing. Can we also come and do like what you do? That time, why no? You can come.
Welcome, you're welcome.
You say, you're welcome. So like everyone, like I really love the fact that I'm creating an environment where people say, damn girl, we want to do what you're doing. We want to like be also in these spaces. We want to support what you're doing. It's, But most of the people, at times people say, kila mtu na mzigo wake, you know.
People will always be people.
People
will always be people. You're a student. You're a CEO still. I believe you also do a couple of other things on the side. How is it juggling these aspects of your life? Also, you said there are times when your social battery almost goes to zero. How do you balance everything and still remain sane?
At times I run crazy, by the way. I also do different things aside. What I guess what makes me like still stay on track, it's my mom. My mom will always be there. My mom will call, "Are you okay?" You were not. But and then I also wanna thank one of my friends. His name is Brian. He runs a whole children's home. Then there's a day I talked to him and told him, "Can I be coming at this place and just chill with these kids maybe during the weekend?" So during the weekends when I don't have anything to do, when I'm not engaged, you know, when we have different types of therapy. So my therapy is going there, playing with the kids. It really restarts me and then like brings me back on track. And also do different things aside. I'm a student. I am also a Pan-Africanist. I write different papers. Recently, I wrote a paper about states and bonds, which is going to be published in the University of Hungary, and it was presented in the University of Nairobi in their 21st conference. Yeah.
Yo, girls are making moves out here. Girls are making big girl moves out here. Did you hear that? I'm sure someone is being inspired. She's 19. She mentioned she's 19 doing all these things. So what makes you think you cannot do it? Guys, believe in yourselves, all right? So what other things do you do aside from your foundation and school?
Oh, aside, as I told you, as a Pan-Africanist, I write different papers that are presented in different spaces, like the one I presented at the University of Nairobi, but it's gonna be published in the University of Hungary. And then I volunteer at children's homes, and I'm also a child of a North Africa One Fine Day, so I still have to go back and also volunteer at that space. It's an art school that just teaches different types of talents. Just as MKU teaches ballet, it teaches music. So I learn clarinet at that place. I learn how to play the clarinet.
Oh, okay.
I also do ballet at that place. Yeah.
If anyone wants to join, can they, or do you have to?
Yeah.
the
And North
procedure?
Africa is an open door, but they're also is open to anyone. Yeah.
So you have mentioned a few people that have stood with you and they, have walked this journey with you. But like external support, what are some of the foundations or people externally who have really supported you in this journey? And you'd just like to mention?
I would like to put a shout out to Emundo Consultancy. It's led by a girl called Esther. She's also being mentored by Mr. Waswa. She's out there doing great things. She has always been there. Since the first day we met, that girl has been there. I really appreciate Esther wherever she is. A shout out to you. A shout out to Emundo Consultancy. We have also different institutions. They have all been supporting Beyond Barriers and Mkupta. You know Mkupta?
Yeah.
We have got Kenya Society for the Blind. It has always, we have done some 1 to 3 activities together. The MKU School of Social Sciences Clubs Consortium. That is a big spearhead. They have always been there. If there is a backbone to us, it's the consortium.
Amazing. An institution like Mount Kenya University has both the normal and persons with disabilities. Do you feel like the society has embraced inclusivity enough to a point that it is easy for a person with disability to exist in any institution or a normal space in terms of probably infrastructure and all those things? Do you feel like the society has embraced inclusivity and made it easy for persons with disabilities to exist in our society?
Personally, I don't think we have reached there yet. We haven't reached there yet whereby we can say that they can be wherever. You see, we haven't reached there. But from time to time, if we see the progress from the past 2 decades behind, we are going somewhere. Because if you look at a company like Signverse is trying to also bridge the gap. You see, like there are different people coming out just to come here and support persons with disability. One thing I love about Eli Savatia from Signverse, he's trying to bring tech and the use of avatars to bridge the gaps when it comes to the deaf community. There are different groups standing out for persons with disability, and this is really what we appreciate. We appreciate different companies like Microsoft. They are coming out with gadgets that are able to support persons with disability, gadgets that can be easily used by persons with disability, because unlike in the past whereby the blind could only use the braille, but right now you can see they own cell phones, they own laptops. This is all thanks to these companies, because they saw there's this gap within the community, and we also have to come and bridge this gap when it comes to the community. People coming up with different devices that are able to support persons with disability. This is also a great thing that is coming within the community.
Amazing. But like I'm saying, in institutions, an institution like Mount Kenya University, we have people who use wheelchairs, who require ramps, people who can't use the stairs, they need probably the elevators and the ramps and all that. Do you feel like in terms of infrastructure, the society is actually really trying to help these people exist together with us?
Let me use MKU as an institution, because I'm always here. We work with the people. At times I work with the PWD office. I volunteer there at times, and at times I'm also with the persons with disability. MKU is really trying, because once the timetable is out, if there is a student who uses the wheelchair, they will try to put them in classes whereby we have the lifts, whereby even though they cannot be given classes like here in FLT, because how will they be able to access their classes? So they really try to give them classes where in blocks whereby they're either a lift, or in blocks where they can be easily accessible with them. Because even if you check, they have specific rooms whereby they do their exams and stuff. And then MKU is really trying when it comes to inclusivity, because it's really trying to support persons with disability, also to be able to acquire skills within the institution. This is whereby you can see they have their own transcriber, they have their sign language interpreters. They are really trying to be able to be inclusive. Also, whereby we have the ramps that can be, they're trying, even if you look at their washrooms, we have got the washrooms for the persons with disability. We cannot say that it's there, but they are trying to be there. You know, making an effort is really the best thing you can ever do, rather than just being there. As MKU is really trying when it comes to making the place accessible for persons with disabilities.
Okay, I had a classmate who was visually impaired, and she'd use the braille machine, and it used to make a lot of noise, and it would cause a lot of she was the only special person in our class at the time, and at some point she had to drop the course and pick up another course because of these issues. Do you feel like people are focusing more on people on wheelchairs and forgetting people on wheelchairs and the people with HI, and forgetting about the visually impaired?
That's crazy, okay. So this is why, if you noticed, most of our blind students during the exams, they're never with you in like the same room doing the exams in the same room with you guys, because of the braille. It has a lot of noise, it causes a lot of distraction. One thing I feel is we are really trying when it comes to the visually impaired, but this is their book, this is their pen, this is what they use at the moment. And what I think is we just have to embrace them, even though how it's difficult to you guys, but it's also difficult to her. Have you ever asked yourself, if this noise feels this destructive to you guys, how does she feel? Because she also thinks that by the way, this noise, I know it's not comfortable but for you guys, but if you could just accept me, let us just learn together,
Yeah.
you know. But I hope one day we'll have something built, something innovated that won't have that much noise, that will be able to support the visually impaired.
Yeah, because it was quite sad that she had to drop a course she probably loved and she wanted to do, but because of, one and two, and because also our course requires, you have to operate a camera, you have to learn how to edit, and the technology for that, for you to be able to do that without your eyes, your visual ability, it's quite complicated, it's hard. But we thank God. Possibly, hopefully, a time will come when they'll be able to do whatever they want to do in terms of learning. I did say something?
I want to correct you whereby
Okay.
you say that it's kind of crazy for them. We have got, if you were at our disability awareness, our DJ was a blind DJ, and he really did an amazing job. So I don't think we can use that to say because they are blind they can't do certain things. Just give them the skill and see what they can do.
Okay.
They really do amazing things, because if you saw that DJ, you know.
Amazing. And I'd like to thank Mount Kenya University, even as we are proceeding, because they have really embraced these people, to an extent that during our cultural week, there is a category for Mr. and Miss Special Needs. How does that make you feel, knowing that?
I really felt great and amazing because they accepted them within this community, and they made them feel you can also do this.
Yeah.
And also one thing I also appreciate about MKU, it's when it comes to leadership, they also accept them to run for the leadership seats.
Positions.
They're not told, you have got disability, you cannot do this, you have got this, you can't do this and that. I really thank MKU because it's trying to bridge this gap and showing them that you can do whatever you've put your head onto. If you want to do this, you can do this. And if you check them out, they really did their best.
They do. Like, guys, I don't know what would make you feel like someone cannot do something because of their disabilities, but these guys are doing an amazing job, especially here in Mount Kenya University. If you get a one-on-one experience with them, you'll get to see the amazing things they are doing here at Mount Kenya University. And there's a phrase, okay, you were corrected at some point. I used to call them people who are abled differently, but I was told, no, Can you elaborate on that?
So from time to time, people could say that these are people who are able differently, but we say that we have accepted our disabilities. So that's why you have to call us persons with disabilities, because we have accepted we have got the disability. Why do you want to mask it up? Why do you want to put all facials on it? Just call us what we are, because we have accepted what we have.
What are some of the challenges they tell you they go through as persons with disabilities in our societies? Because I had a friend who was contesting for Mr. and Miss Special Needs. She's visually impaired. So she needs a guide, on the runway and stuff like that. But the person who was supposed to help her literally backed out on her on the last minute. So she was, can you find someone to help me, on the runway? So I feel like that is a challenge going about. What are some of the other challenges that they face as persons with disability?
Some of the other challenges they face, like you said about the girl with the braille, at times people see them like, you're making noise for us, you have just to excuse us, and And then at times when it comes to classes, you find that with the hearing impaired, they have to be given either the first seat so that they can be able to see their sign language interpreter, but you get the classes fully booked, they come late, they have to sit in the back, the interpreter comes, struggles, you see. Sure. They really struggle. And at times, I also had a friend whereby he had a class. That day he had a cat at the same time. but people do not give them the access to the lift because they see PSC tuko na haraka. We also have a hurry to go wherever we are going. So like they're being blocked. You see, like you get the lift is fully booked, so he has to wait for all of you to go. Remember, he's still a student. He doesn't have any other way to use. He can't use the stairs. And like me, if the lift is full, I can use the stairs. But he can't use the stairs. So like you find he comes late for class. The lecturer is like, "Why are you late?" You know, yeah. So that's what they face here.
So sad, so sad. What can you tell the normal people in the society, like a word of advice? How can they try to be inclusive and just be mindful of the other people we have in our society? BBI is a great initiative trying to, bridge the gap, but what other ways can compassionate people like you use to help the other people who do not want to be compassionate in the society to actually try and be nice?
As BBI, we have one hashtag that we usually use from time to time. We say together we thrive. Working together, making a team, because it's always about the team. If you work together, if you accept, you can't work together if you haven't accepted the other person. So like what I will tell the community, we have always been told disability is not inability. Everyone has always been coming and telling everyone, disability is not ability, they can do whatever they want and stuff. But as Beyond Barriers initiative, the main reason why we use the hashtag together with Thrive, it's because we are telling the community, you cannot walk by yourself. You cannot do things single-handedly. Let's just accept this community the way they are. Let us integrate them let us not make them feel lesser of a person because of maybe of one or two things, because they can also do things greater, but just in a different way.
Amazing. So guys, let us just try to, let us not sympathize with them, but let us be empathetic. Just be human. Have conscious. Nice. So when you thought about this initiative and you decided, now you took the bold step and you decided, you know what, I'm doing this. What are some of the things you wanted to achieve, the goals behind this? And have you achieved some of them or most of them up until this time?
One thing I've seen Beyond Barriers is like just having our whole full institution, our whole field building whereby we can just come and access us. We be able to support the different persons with disability when it comes to their assistive gadgets, when it comes to, most of them at times they struggle economically, whereby we can just be there and stand with them when it comes to, in terms of finances, in terms of their well-being, in terms of their healthcare. One thing people don't know about Beyond Barriers initiative is that we also mind their mental health. This is whereby we have a Mundo consultancy whereby we go to their events at different times just to take care of our own mental health. And then Beyond Barriers initiative, what I picture it in the future, it won't just work within the Kenyan borders. We just want to go out and spread more support and spread more compassion outside for both the persons with disability and also the regulars, bringing them together just to make a community whereby no one will be pointed and say that this person has disability, they can't enter in this room, they can't do this. Just to create this a community whereby everyone will feel like they are the same within the same community. So yeah.
Amazing, amazing. So have you been able to achieve some of these goals you put? Some of the goals you wanted to achieve, some of the dreams you had for this initiative. Have you been able to achieve some, perhaps?
I've been able to achieve some. This is whereby the people I work with, the people around me, seeing I just don't have to go and communicate to them and tell them you have to be inclusive. But they see what do you know whereby people see what you do and they admire what you do and they do what you do.
Yeah.
I guess that's the best achievement I've been able to gain, like at the moment, because I remember one day at the team building, I was playing, I had to sign at the same time. So I remember this struggling to sign during the morning hours,
Yeah.
but when it came in the evening, people were like together with Abe, they were trying to sign, they were trying to do this. Then I was really happy, and I'm also really happy when I see people interacting with them. Not unlike in the past, people are coming to interact with them, they try to sign whatever they are signing, even though they don't know what they're doing. If they don't know, they type it and say, how can I sign this? Not unlike the past, they could scribble everything.
Yeah.
People learning from me, not because I'm saying it, but people learning from the actions that I do. My actions speaking louder than my words. I guess that's the greatest achievement I have been able to achieve right now. And also what I've been able to achieve at the moment is learning to work with a team. Like, it's never all about me.
Mm-hmm.
Because people, when people hear you are a CEO, you are the founder of this thing, they know you're the one who calls the shots. Whenever you say this, it's done. Whenever you say this, it's done. So like a lot of people come to me, but I tell them, let me go talk to my team, then let me come back. Then what I've been able to achieve is people admiring what I'm doing and many people wanting to work with me. I really love when people hear she does this, then they come through, then they ask me, what is this that you do?
Yeah.
Like when I was back in the conference in UON, I was really surprised. They know what I do when it comes to inclusivity. So they come and ask, how can we also do this here? Can we come and like link up with you guys? Can we see what you're doing? So like we're looking forward to the next year's events. We'll be seeing different faces. We are cooking. We have been looking for the ingredients. We are cooking.
Amazing. So a video is going to be played, that's your screen. And then you give us your reaction, what you think or feel about the video. In a few. You know what that event is?
I know.
Tell us about it. How does that video make you feel?
So that event was the Disability Awareness Day. I remember so well. I felt like we are doing this because he's a blind DJ, as I told you. You see what he's doing, and he really made that day be amazing. And also, if you're there during the White King Day, we also had a band made of the blind, if you noticed. They also did an amazing job. You see, in these fields, they're there, they're doing it.
Thriving.
So you feel like, yeah. And also we can see it also we can also see it when it comes to parliament, when they also accepted persons with disability within these spaces, in the political field, in the economic field. We are really super happy.
Amazing, amazing. So what is that word of encouragement that you can give a young lady, a young man out there who is scared to take a bold move and just to start whatever it is they want to start? Just encourage them. That's your camera, I believe.
One thing that has kept me moving, because one thing that people never tell us this truth. Beginning an initiative, beginning a consultancy, beginning an organization, this is a depressing point whereby you're full of anxiety. Most of us, personally, I almost entered depression because of all these things. This is what people don't tell us.
Yeah.
People don't tell us the struggles, that it's never that easy. Because Some people ask me, "You ever happy? We have never seen you sad and stuff." But they don't see what's behind that room. They
Yeah.
don't see the silent tears. They don't see the silent cries. They don't see the silent scream outs. It's never easy doing something. And you know, it's this life. I have only one life. I'm trying this at the first time. People don't tell us it's never that easy. Yes, people show how beautiful everything it is at the end, but they never tell us hiki to see rahisi, because you get depressed. You'll feel like you have to give up, leave everything. Ask yourself, why did I begin this? I've asked myself that so many times, like, chick, just take a break, leave. But what I can tell people, if you can't make it again. Do it until it comes to life.
Yeah.
Because we are the ultimate architecture of our own life.
Mm-hmm.
We are the ones running everything.
True.
You have to know that it's your life. You can build it the way you want to.
Mm-hmm.
You can build it the way you want to. You can, it's your own castle. Build your empire the way you feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Do it until you make it. Even though at times you feel like you can't do it, take a break, stand up and go. And like just look for a place whereby you can be able like to relieve everything. Even though it's not communicating, it's either through doing whatever
Hold the mic up.
even if it's like whatever you are doing, just do it.
Yeah.
Take a break, come back, continue. You'll make it.
You will make it. Words from Mary Simprose. You'll make it.
Yeah.
Do not be scared to start anything. At times you might feel like, am I really up for, am I really doing this? No. But like she said, take the bold move. You just start. Continue trying until you get to where you want to get to. All right? So that has been the time we had with you, Mary Simprose. Would you like to say anything else? Probably send a shout out, whatever you'd like to do as we finalize.
So I like to send a shout out to all my loved ones, to everyone who has supported me in this journey, to my beautiful mother, my support system. Yeah, she has been the greatest thing in my life. To all my loved ones who have been there since the first day, to my friends, to the community. Thank you. To the consortium, to Mr. John, to Mr. Wasworth. Thank you so much.
Amazing. Ladies and gentlemen, that has been Mary Simprose, founder, CEO, Beyond Barriers Initiative. And like I said, she's an alumni of Kaimosi Girls, same as I am. Like, we're bold girls. Begin whatever it is you want to do. I hope we are able to, inspire any young lady out there. Just do it. You've got this. You've got this. All right? We are going on a very short commercial break, guys. And then after that, Mr. Addison on the entertainment segment is coming with an amazing guest, msanii wa sanaa, yani an artist, a renowned artist hapa Kenya. So do not go anywhere. Ensure you tune in for the entertainment segment. Have a lovely night, ladies and gentlemen.